There's a place inside the music where the tension likes to stay, not collapsing into silence, not completely drifting away. It's the moment before meaning, it's the space before the fall, where the heart begins to question if it wants to feel it all. And we linger in that feeling, like it's safer undefined, like a truth without a language we're not ready to define, where the notes don't resolve, where the truth can't evolve. We just hover in time, on the edge of a line. No release, no control, just a half-finished soul in the sound we revolve, where the notes don't resolve. Every chord leans into maybe, every rhythm hesitates, like it knows that a resolution might arrive a second late. You and I exist inside it, neither wrong and neither right, just suspended in a moment that refuses black or white. Saxophone drifts through the tension, like it's searching for an end, but it circles back to silence time and time and time again. There's a beauty in the fracture, in the way it never heals, like a wound that stays half open just to prove that it still feels. If we forced a final landing, would it silence what we are, or erase the fragile beauty of not knowing where we are? Would the stillness turn to absence, or just echo something true? Would we lose the quiet magic that was living in the blue? Stay unresolved, stay unknown. That might be where we belong, in the pause, in the flow, where we never have to know. every move in gentle grace. Bass moves deep beneath the floor, pulling me a little more. Rose drips time into the room. Night unfolds in quiet gloom. Every breath feels warm and slow, like a flame we'll never show. Low light, slow fire, nothing here climbs higher. We don't rush, we don't tire. Low light, so fly. Sex names into every cry, says the things we want reply. Words dissolve before they start. Smoke replaces every part. Rain goes home with city soul. Still our world is closing down. Only rhythm, only time makes this place feel like a home. If this burns, let it burn low. No need for control. Lights are low, the city fades, shadows lean against the walls. Your name drifts through smoky air, like a memory that softly calls. Every sound is moving slow, every thought begins to sway. Time dissolves between the notes as the night pulls me away. Hold me in the quiet hours where the world has gone to sleep. Whisper words we never say, promises we only keep. In the velvet after midnight, when the truth feels warm and kind, I am yours between the lines, lost in time, lost in time. Doubtful reflections glow, midnight hums in soft disguise. Your breath dances with the bass, while the moon watches our lives. No rush here, no need to run. Every beat is slow and deep. Let the silence wrap us up like a secret we can keep. Hold me in the quiet hours where the world has gone to sleep. Whisper words we never say, promises we only keep. In the velvet after midnight, when the truth feels warm and kind, I am yours between the lines, lost in time, lost in time. Saxophone cries what we feel, things our mouths won't ever say. Floating slow on borrowed love till the night begins to fade. Hold me till the morning sighs, till the stars release the sky. In this slow and tender groove, let the night just pass us by. In the velvet after midnight, nothing else is on my mind, only you and drifting sound, lost in time, lost in time. Soft lights dim, slow breath stay. I'm drawing a cartography of quiet tonight, mapping all the places where the noise can't fight. The baseline charts the valleys of my chest, a landscape of rest, of rest. There are rivers made of breath, slow and deep, a silence that I'm learning how to keep. The sax marks peaks where I once screamed, now only dreamed, now only dreamed. I found continents of calm I never knew. Inside the quiet I am new. The borders shift, the territory grows, a garden that I chose. I chose. The cartography of quiet is vast and wide, a territory where I can hide, and also where I can be found on quiet ground, unbound. The Rhodes is drawing lines across the hush, a gentle, guided push. The brushes trace the edges of the still, a map that I can feel. I can feel every silence has a shape, a soundscape I can navigate. The quiet is not empty space, it is a habitable place. I map the quiet inch by inch, a territory that makes me flinch and also makes me whole and true. The cartography of quiet is you. Practice the discipline of not knowing now, a skill I never thought I'd learn to allow. The baseline asks a question with no answer, a gentle dancer, a slow transfer. My hands are open, not clutching at the why, letting go of needing to define the sky. The sax hums in the key of maybe, a soft baby, a hazy sea. Clip the wings of all that uncertainty brings, but now I let the mystery be mystery, a different history, a new circuitry. Not knowing is a discipline of trust. Define, contain a patient rain, a loosened chain. The Rhodes is hovering between The answers wait. I am learning not to need the gate. Clock ticks low, the room is still. Velvet hours bend my will. Bass hum soft beneath my skin, like a thought I'm drifting in. Rhodes holds notes like fading light. Nothing sharp survives the night. Every sound begins to blur. Every memory feels warmer in these velvet hours. We lay down need and power. Just the tone, just the space. Let the night erase. Sax floats by, then disappears, like something I've been holding years. No direction, no control, just the rhythm in my soul. Velvet hours stay till the dark turns gray. No rush. No rush. We talk like we've got forever, but we both know that we don't. Every word just floats between us, like a promise that we won't ever say in full completion. Always stop before the truth, like we're scared of what might happen if we let it all come through. There's a fire, but it's quiet, burning slow beneath the skin. Slow fire conversation. just circle what we feel till the silence finally says the things we won't reveal. Your laugh cuts through the tension like a match against the dark. For a moment we're not careful, for a moment there's a spark. Then it fades into the background like it never dared to grow. We go back to safe illusions that we're not afraid to know. If we cross that fragile line, would we lose this gentle glow? Or would something real begin in the spaces we don't show? Slow fire never dies, just hides behind The bar stool is still warm from the last ghost who sat here before me. The sax plays the melody they hummed in the key of what used to be. The Rhodes feels a phantom weight. The bass walks around the shade. I order the drink the ghost would have and leave it unafraid. The bartender nods like he understands. He's seen 100 chairs filled with people who aren't there anymore, and the jazz that covers their prayers. The bar stool is still warm from the last ghost. The sax sits in their lap. Every set is a seance. Every note again. The brushes sweep the ectoplasm. The drums hold a hollow beat. The bar stool is still warm from the last ghost. The sax sits in their lap. Every set is a seance. Every note again. Bar stool, ghost one. The soft candle flickers on your skin, tracing where the night begins. Your voice is a breeze against my ear, a quiet promise drawing near. The Rhodes glows warm in amber haze, a tender pulse through drifting days. Your fingers skim my quiet doubt, melt the noise that crowds me out. Soft candle reverie, drifting endlessly, pulling us into a gentle plea. Hold me through this fragile memory, where hearts beat slow in harmony. If the night breaks into two, no, I'll follow where you move. Every breath you give to me becomes another reverie. The sax sighs low like it understands, breathing warmth into my hands. A moment wrapped in velvet tone, reminding me I'm not alone. Soft candle reverie, drifting endlessly, pulling us into a gentle plea. Stay until we blur the scenery, and let the night rewrite what's left of me. The sax still moves your mouth, where it's been, where it goes south. The Rhodes is just a witness now. It watched you leave and didn't bow. The bass slides like a nervous hand that doesn't understand the land it's walking through. It's walking blind. The reverb holds you from behind. The brush drums keep a gentle kind of pulse that lets me change my mind. The sax leans in and plays the shape of every kiss I couldn't escape. It knows the curve, it knows the heat, it knows the salt it knows the sweet. The tremolo is where you bit my lower lip and then just split. The upright bass is counterfeit. It sounds like love, but isn't it? The sax still knows your mouth. It plays it north, it plays it south. The Rhodes pretends it has no doubt. The bass slides in and then climbs out. The brush drums whisper what they heard. The reverb hangs on every word. The sax still knows your mouth absurd. That I still breathe it undeterred. I ask the sax to please forget the way your tongue and language met. Inside my throat, inside my chest, it played a melody possessed by everything I can undo. The bass slid into something new. The Rhodes played chords that sounded true, but false like every I love you. The brush drum softened to a crawl. The reverb built a quiet wall. The sax played lower than a call that sounded like a waterfall of every word you didn't say. The bass slid further than away. The Rhodes just flickered and turned gray. The sax still knows your mouth, I'll pay. The sax still knows your mouth. It plays it north, it plays it south. The Rhodes pretends it has no doubt. The bass slides in and then climbs out. The brush drums whisper what they heard. The reverb hangs on every word. The sax still knows your mouth absurd. That I still breathe it undeterred. What if the sax is just my tongue that learned to sing when I was young? What if your mouth is just the song that I've been singing all along? Then let the bass slide deep and strong. Let the Rhodes play the right and wrong. The sax still knows it's never wrong. Your mouth is where I belong. The sax still knows your mouth. It plays it north, it plays it south. The Rhodes pretends it has no doubt. The bass slides in and then climbs out. The brush drums whisper what they heard. The reverb hangs on every word. The sax still knows your mouth absurd. That I still breathe it undeterred. The sax still knows your mouth. The bass slides low. The Rhodes go south. The sax still knows your mouth. Your mouth. Your A blank page at midnight stares back like your eyes. I write your name, then cross it out. Some truths are better lies. The sax writes its own letter in cursive made of breath. No eraser, no regret. Just music after death. The piano holds a single chord, like a word I can't pronounce. I let the jazz finish the sentence that my heart can't renounce. A blank page at midnight, the sax fills in the space. Everything I couldn't tell you hides in every phrase. The Rhodes fades to silence. The bass walks off the staff. A blank page at midnight, the sax fills in the space. Everything I couldn't tell you hides in every phrase. Blank page, midnight. The sax writes one last word, then closes the book on us. The ice in my glass melted hours ago, but I'm still holding on to the last sip, the last hope, the last note of your song. The bartender wiped the counter twice. He's waiting for me to leave, but the sax is playing something slow that helps me believe both look lost, we both look tired. Two ghosts without a key. The ice in my glass melted hours ago, but I'm still sitting here. The sax keeps playing your favorite tune through the static and the fear. Getting sleepy. The bass can barely walk. The ice in my glass melted hours ago, but I'm still sitting here. The sax keeps playing your favorite tune through the static and the fear. Melted ice, hours ago. The sax takes one last breath, then the glass is empty, like me. We trace the geometry of letting go, a line we drew so straight we couldn't know. The base defined the distance inch by inch, a careful slow flinch, a quiet pinch. The angles of departure sharp and clean, a shape we'd never seen until this scene. The sax constructed arcs that led away, a planned and gentle sway, a soft decay. We calculated where the edges meet, a boundary made complete, bittersweet. The space between us measured to the breath, a kind and chosen death of what was left. Letting go, letting go is architecture too. Letting go, a structure built from what we once held true. Letting go, the lines we draw are clean, the corners bold, a story we have told, a hand we hold and fold. The roads is plotting points upon the grid, coordinates of what we did and didn't bid. The brushes mark the rhythm of release, a slowly coming peace, a gentle cease. There is dignity in distance, a clarity in the persistence of a shape that knows its form, a heart that weathered the storm. The shape is finished, no longer a noun, a perfect angle, a distance set, the geometry of letting go is met. Midnight falls across the window, city lights dissolve in gray. There's a question in the silence we were always scared to say. Shadows dancing on the ceiling, like they know what we conceal. Every breath is getting slower, every moment starts to feel. I can hear your heartbeat calling through the quiet in between. Like a dream we keep on stalling, fading just before it's seen. Drifting slow into the night, like a dream out of sight. Can you feel what I don't say? In the dark where we stay, falling deep out of time. Through your touch into mine, every word slips away. Still I choose here to stay. Stories with no end in sight, every note a fragile answer, lost between the wrong and right. Your reflection in the glass looks like someone I once knew, but the closer that I get, the more I'm losing you. If we never find the meaning, would it matter in the end? If the night just keeps on leaning into spaces we pretend, drifting through the midnight light. Holding on, but losing sight. Silver glimmers in the dark, a quiet spark, a tender mark. Your breath flows soft along my skin, inviting me to drift within. The night folds gently into place, calm reflection on your face. You draw me closer with your eyes into the hush where stillness lies. Follow me on this silver drift line, where every whisper feels divine. Hold me slow through the quiet tide. Let the night pull us side by side. Your voice a warm and distant tone, soft enough to feel like home. Each word you breathe, a soothing glow, a rhythm only we both know. Let the silver circle round every heartbeat, every sound. Wrap us in its gentle shine. Light the way between your heart and mine. Follow me on this silver drift line, where every whisper feels divine. Hold me slow through the quiet tide. Let the night pull us side by side. Stay with me where shadows align. Here on a silver drift line. Slow rain falling on the pavement, silver lines along the street. Every drop becomes a rhythm with the sound of passing feet. Neon signs begin to shimmer through the mist of midnight air, while the sax begins to whisper like a voice that isn't there. Slow rain on the empty streets tonight, soft reflections in the light. Every melody begins to flow where the lonely heartbeats go. Taxi headlights drifting slowly through the quiet silver rain, like a memory still shining through the corners of my brain. Windows glowing high above me hold the stories of the night. Every room another rhythm, every dream another light. Maybe love was just a moment, floating softly through the tune, like a quiet jazz confession underneath the fading moon. While the music fades away, leaving only quiet echoes of the words we couldn't say. whispers trace across your skin, soft like the moment dreams begin. Your breath drifts slow into my ear, a fading world I hold so dear. The road spreads warmth like fading sun, a mellow haze where two become one. Your fingers graze my slowing pulse, a quiet world where everything dulls. Sundown whisper light, soft and true, pulling me gently back to you. Wrap me in your golden blue, where every sigh feels brand new. If night decides to linger on, we'll drift until the past is gone. In every note the heart beats through, a tender truth we always knew. The sax glides lightly through the haze, a gentle hymn of evening days. Your voice becomes a twilight sign, a message soft and intertwined. Sundown whisper light, soft and true, pulling me gently back to you. Stay with me till the dusk renews and paints our love in muted hues. Honeyed stillness fills the room, soft and warm and gentle bloom. Your breath glides soft along my cheek, saying things you never speak. The night hangs heavy in your eyes, a quiet truth in their disguise. You pull me in with just one sigh, where the tension learns to die in this honey stillness now. Hold me become my light. Your heartbeat hums beneath your touch, soft and slow, it says so much. We drift in rhythms barely heard, communicating without a word. Let the honey settle deep, let the stillness softly seep through the spaces we don't show, where the tender feelings go. In this honey, it's stillness now. I'll be warm, show me how. Let your whisper melt the light, let your breath become my light. Let the stillness linger long, where our quiet hearts belong. No name spoken in this room, only shadow, smoke, perfume. Bass walks soft beneath our feet, nothing here we need to keep. Rhodes repeats a broken line, time feels loose, almost kind. Sax drifts by then fades again like a thought without an end. Midnight without names, no blame, no claims, just the sound that stays. Midnight without names. We both wear a quiet mask, nothing promised, nothing owed, just the slow and golden road. Lights flicker but don't go out, leaving space for quiet doubt. Still we stay inside the tone, not afraid to be alone. If morning finds us gone, let it move on. Midnight without names still remains. Midnight without just before it, where the light begins to bend, not quite breaking, not quite holding, just a flicker at the end. Like a candle leaning sideways in a breath it can't resist, like a memory soft dissolving into something hard to miss. Flicker before the fade, where everything feels true, right before it slips away back into the blue. We don't try to hold, we don't try to stay, we just live inside the flicker before the fade. Saxophone shines for a second, then it softens into air. Every phrase a glowing fragment that was never meant to stay there. You and I exist inside it, in that fragile in-between, where the feeling feels the strongest, right before it's never seen. Slows down to almost nothing, like it's watching what we'll do. Will we reach or let it vanish, like we always tend to choose? There's a beauty in the breaking, in the way it won't remain, like a truth too bright to capture, so it slips into the rain. If we try to hold it tighter, would it burn out twice as fast, or become a quiet echo of a moment that won't last? Just a flicker, just a flame, gone before we give it name. There's a distance we don't measure, but we feel it every time. like a pane of glass between us, clear but harder to define. I can see the way you're breathing, I can hear the things you hide, but there's something in the middle that we never step inside. Close enough to feel the motion, far enough to never break. Every moment feels like waiting for a risk we never take. Glass between heartbeats, thin but hard to cross. We can feel the rhythm, but we still get lost. Every glance repeats what we never start. Between two sides, every note is almost landing, then it drifts and realigns. We keep talking round the center, like it's safer in disguise, but the truth is in the silence, reflected in our eyes. Your reflection moves a second out of sync with what I feel, like a version of your presence that was never truly real. Still I trace it like a pattern, like a line I almost know, but it slips before I reach it, like it doesn't wanna show. If I shattered every boundary, would it free us or just fall? Will we finally touch the feeling, or lose everything at all? Would the closeness feel like healing, or just something we outgrew? Would the glass reveal the distance, or the truth we never knew? Glass still holds what we hide, right between you and I, close enough to collide. Still we never cross the line. Gentle sway beneath starlit sky. I breathe slow, letting each step melt into the velvet pulse of the street. The roads flickers like candlelight, warm, patient, glowing against my ribs. And I let my voice follow like a secret meant only for the dark. Warm, fragile, unguarded, carried by this softest night. I drift where the rhythm leads. The sex floats above my thoughts, drawing warmth in slow curved lines. And the music holds me close, the way I've always wished someone would. Without a destination, only the bass guiding my breath. Each note feels like a hand, gently steady in my heart. The city hums its lullaby, and I follow. The night is enough, and so am I. Almost morning, still feels late. Light is waiting at the gate. Your voice keeps the night alive, soft inside. Every sound is holding on, not yet gone. Stay right here before it breaks. Let the dark still wait. Hold the night between our hands while we can. Stay a little longer now. Don't ask how in this space before goodbye. We lie. Low bass fading like a thought. Brush drums barely caught. Your eyes glow tired and blue, still true. Time feels thin, pulls us in. Stay right here before it breaks. Let the dark still wait. Hold the night between our hands while we can. Stay a little longer now. Don't ask how in this space before goodbye. We lie. street lights softly glow. Every shadow slowly moving in a rhythm calm and slow. Lonely footsteps down the pavement echo through the empty air, while the sax begins to murmur stories no one else can hear. Quiet corners in the night, dreams dissolving in the light. Every note begins to flow, where the silent heartbeats go. Open windows in the distance, let the midnight music rise like a velvet wave of rhythm, floating softly through the skies. Passing trains beyond the river sing a distant, gentle tune, like a quiet jazz confession underneath the drifting moon. Maybe somewhere in the silence, love is waiting patiently, like a song that keeps returning through the night for you. Fades away, leaving only soft reflections of the dreams we couldn't stay. sounds overgrown. Your laughter bends the air like it's always been there. Every chord pulls me near. Nothing feels unclear. Stay a little longer now. No questions, no vows. If the night wants to stay, let it play. Stay right here beside me. Nothing else to see in this slow and open space. We feel safe. Low bass humming through the room. Brush drums chasing the moon. Your hand resting close to mine. Out of time, let's go. Nice and slow. Stay a little longer now. No questions, no vows. If the night wants to stay, let it play. Stay right here beside me. Nothing else to see in this slow and open space. We feel safe. No future to defend. Just this night to spend. If the dawn breaks through, stay true. Midnight settles on my shoulders like a taste I can't forget. There's a sweetness in the silence and a trace of your silhouette. Every shadow leans a little toward the shape you left behind. Like the night is slowly learning every corner of my mind. I don't need another reason. You're already in the air. Midnight tastes like you, slow and bittersweet. Every breath I take brings you back to me in the dark and the blue, and the things I never do. There's a flavor I can't lose. Midnight tastes like you. Saxophone drips like a memory, soft and melting through the room. craving, blooming gently into bloom. I could try to wash it over, let the feeling fade to black. But the deeper that I wander, the more I want it back. If I let this linger longer, would it turn into regret, or just something I remember as the night I won't forget? Midnight stays on my tongue long after you're gone. Her voice floats after midnight through the room like low light. Every word bends the air like she's always there. Every note pulls me in underneath the skin. Stay right here inside this tone. Let her sing us home. If the night begins to sway, let it stay. Stay a little closer now. Hear her somehow in this slow and tender sound we've found. Resting in her breath, brush drums holding depth. Her eyes close when she sings, like she feels everything. Time stands still, bends to will. Stay right here inside this tone. Let her sing us home. If the night begins to sway, let it stay. Stay a little closer now. Hear her somehow in this slow and tender sound we found. Just a voice, a heart. If the dawn breaks through, let it too. Stay inside her song, where we belong. Under lights so low and blue, she's you. Still singing. After midnight, still singing. lights glowing at 3 a.m. Golden circles on the ground. Every shadow softly dancing in the silence all around. Empty sidewalks hold the echoes of the laughter from before, while the sax begins to wander through the quiet open door. Streetlight waltz at 3 a.m. tonight, turning slowly in the light. Every note begins to flow where the midnight breezes go. Passing clouds across the skyline hide the moon for just a while the rhythm of the evening moves in slow and gentle style. Distant trains beyond the river sing a quiet lullaby, like a dream that keeps on drifting through the calm and velvet sky. Maybe somewhere in this moment, love is drifting through the tune, like a quiet jazz confession underneath the silver moon. Streetlights slowly start to fade as the morning starts to rise, but the rhythm of the evening still remains beneath the sky. Every chair still holds your outline. Every wall repeats your name, like the air has learned your presence and refused refuses now to change. There's a warmth inside the silence, like it hasn't noticed yet that the night you walked away is a night it won't forget. This room remembers you in everything I do, in the way the shadows move, in the quiet after you. Nothing really leaves, it just shifts inside the view. This room remembers you. Saxophone plays like a memory that won't settle into rest. Every note just leans a little toward the place you left your breath. I don't turn the lights on fully, I just let the dimness stay. Like it helps me keep the feeling from completely drifting away. Even time feels rearranged here, like it bends around your trace. Every second slightly altered by the echo of your space. I could leave, but something holds me like a thread I never cut. So I stay inside the quiet, where the past is never shut. If I changed every detail, would it finally let you go? Or just build another version of a ghost I already know? This room still knows more than I let show. Silver mist settling over the floor, soft as the sighs we've shared before. Your shadow leans into the road's warm light, tracing slow rhythms through the night. Your heartbeat hums beneath the tune, fading in and out like a distant moon. The quiet words you speak aren't clear, but every tone pulls me near. to gray. Let the echoes drift away. Hold this moment long enough to turn the night to something soft. The bass walks slow like a gentle sigh. The sax blooms warm then waves goodbye. Your breath becomes the faintest plea, calling softly back to me. Silver serenity falling over me, drawing out the calm I rarely see. Stay with me beneath this satin plea. Till dawn forgets who we used to be. Brush cymbals like your breath, soft and close, the sound of death. The cymbals whisper on my skin, the bass slides low, bass wears thin. The sax is where you might have been. The Rhodes decays from deep within. The reverb holds the broken pin. The tremolo shakes a violin. Brush cymbals and the dark begins. Your breath where every ending spins. I ask the cymbals where you are. They said we're just the fading star. Bass slid down, the bass was charred. The sax played notes that hit too hard. The Rhodes was warm, the Rhodes was scarred. The reverb held the broken card. Brushed cymbals and I'm on my guard. Your breath, the only thing not marred. Brush cymbals like your breath. The bass walks slow, the bass is deft. The sax plays chords that smell of heat. The Rhodes decays and I bequeath. The reverb holds the broken wreath. Brush cymbals underneath the teeth. Your breath, the only thing beneath the dark that smell of heat. The roads decays and I bequeath. The reverb holds the broken reef. Brush cymbals underneath the teeth. Your breath, the only thing beneath the dark, and I bequeath my grief. Brush cymbals fade. Your breath invades the shade. Honey murmurs slip across the room. A warmth that melts away the gloom. Your voice a soft electric breeze. A whisper drifting through the leaves. The road hums warm beneath the night, casting everything in amber light. Your hand rests gently over mine, a fragile thread that feels divine. Honey night murmur low and sweet, a rhythm where our heart beats meet. Wrap me in your subtle heat, where every moment feels complete. If the dark begins to roam, let your breath become my home. I'll follow where your whispers lead, to every gentle tender need. The sax floats soft like falling lace, adrift inside through empty space. You pull me closer without a word, a silent truth easily heard. Honey night murmur low and sweet, a rhythm where our heart beats meet. Keep me in your soft retreat, till dawn forgets our hidden beat. There's a moment before meaning, where everything feels wide, where we don't have to define it, where we don't have to decide, just a glance that lingers longer than it probably should stay, just a rhythm in the silence that we haven't named today. Before we let it mean something, let it stay undefined. Before we turn it into reason, let it drift through the mind. We don't need a name, we don't need a line, just a moment that exists outside of space and time. Saxo flows through intention like it's asking us to wait. Every note a gentle warning not to rush what we create. There's a softness in the maybe, there's a freedom in the pause, like the feeling's more alive when it doesn't have a cause. Even time begins to loosen, like it's letting us remain in a place without direction, without pressure, without aim. If we try to hold it tightly, would it slip between our hands, or just turn into a memory we could never understand? Maybe meaning is the ending, maybe naming is the fall, maybe what we're feeling now is the truest part of all. Stay right here, don't define, let it live undefined. Lights still on, the door half closed. Nobody's asking where we go. Bass walks slow across the floor, like it's done this all before. Rhodes hums low, the room feels small. We pretend we missed the call. Sax spills stories in the air. No one listening, no one cares. Lights still on at closing time. We step outside the to the crowd. Still this corner feels like home when the night won't leave us alone. If the morning comes too soon, fade it out. Lights still on at closing time. Lights still on at closing time. Lights still on at closing time. Still on. Quiet doesn't mean alone. In the way your voice has grown, every pause holds weight. We wait. Every sound feels full and wide inside. Stay right here, don't fill the space. Let it breathe its pace. If the night feels incomplete, that's sweet. Stay a little closer now. No need how in this quiet, open sound we're found. Low bass resting far behind. Brush drums mark time. Your eyes settle low like they know. Time slows down all around. Stay right here, don't fill the space. Let it breathe its pace. If the night feels incomplete, that's sweet. Stay a little closer now. No need how in this quiet, open sound we're found. No echo to chase, just this place. If the silence says my name, stay sane. Stay. Hear the room, feel the bloom. Under nothing said out loud, we're loud. Quiet full. Beautiful. There's a color in this room now, something deeper than the night. Not quite sadness, not quite silence, but it settles in just right. We don't name it, we don't chase it. Let it linger just a hue. Something stays when you leave, something fades when you move. In the space we create, there's a feeling we refuse. Call it love, call it loss, call it nothing, but it's you. Saxophone leans into longing, like it's searching for a home. Every note a quiet question, every phrase a place to roam. Your voice barely breaks the silence, like it's scared of what it means. So we hide inside the rhythm and pretend we're in between. If I painted all this feeling, would you finally understand? Or would colors start dissolving, just like water in your hands? Blue between us always stays, even when you walk away. Like an old song played too low, still says more than we both know. Let me stay inside this scene, where nothing's sharp, nothing's mean, just space and breath and reverie, in soft focus memory. secret softly spoke. Every word stays close to skin, pulling in. Every sound is barely there, hanging in the air. Stay right here, don't rush the sound, let it float around. If the night leans into me, let it be. Stay a little closer now, hear me somehow in this fragile quiet tone. We're home. Low bass fading from the room, brush drums leave perfume. Her voice moves slow and near, crystal clear. Time stands thin, pulls us in. Stay right here, don't rush the sound, let it float around. If the night leans into me, let it be. Stay a little closer now, hear me somehow in this fragile quiet tone. We're home. No echo, no reply, just this sigh. If the silence starts to speak, let it keep. Stay, listen close, feel it most under breath and gentle air. I'm there. One last breath. Nothing left. We speak in a glossary of silences tonight. Between the chords, between the breath and light, the bassline draws a line beneath the words we hide. A place where truths reside, deep inside. Your fingers on the rim of a porcelain cup. The way you don't say much, but I feel it all. The sax exhales a question that hangs in the air, a syllable of care, floating where? The clock hands hesitate, reluctant to move, as if they understand the language that we use. A glance becomes a paragraph, a pause becomes a verse. The universe reversed, unrehearsed. These silences define us more than sound. A voice